Hey YouTube, got a nice guitar in today. All guitars are nice, but this is a Pacifica 604W, which apparently is quite a rare one. Apparently there's only one other video on YouTube, so here you go, welcome to YouTube video number 2. So going by the usual Yamaha sort of pricing and naming system, like, I don't know, it's not quite, I think it's maybe a wee bit skewed now, but it used to be like, you know, if it was a 112, for example, it would be like £100 and something for the first one, and then one humbucker and 2 single coils for the 1-2, and a 121 would have 2 humbuckers and 1 single coil. Doesn't apply to all of them though. I used to have an SE50 which didn't have 5 humbuckers, it only had 1, and this is a 604, so it should really have 4 single coils, going by that, which maybe because this is splittable, it's got a push pot which splits as an HSS, maybe that's where the 4 single coils come from. I don't know. They just didn't use that system all the time, but the number at the start kind of means a lot. I said it used to be a 1 for 100 and something. I think it's maybe going up a wee bit, like a 312 would be 300 and something quid, and a 612 would be 600 and something quid, very roughly. So this is the expensive one. Still Taiwanese made. It always tells you here on the back of Yamaha's, where every time it says it's made by some company I can't make up, and I've also should really take this strap off to get at it. Made by Chaos Ling Yamaha Co Limited in Taiwan. The Taiwanese Yamaha factory, whatever it is. I mean, Pacificas are awesome anyway, even the cheapest ones are really good. This is when you start going up the range a bit, so we've now got, I don't know what type of pickups there are in it. Oh! There you go. I know why it's called a 604, because it's got 4 single coils. This has the same thing that my, the owner doesn't know this. I didn't know this until right now. This is not a humbucker. This is the same as my Squire Bullet, so if you look at it, the first thing you notice is there's 4 screw holes. That's because basically it is 2 single coils. They will be opposite wind. I'm 100% sure they're going to be opposite wind, but I can test this by putting this on, so it'll stick to that coil, but it'll repel off that coil. So basically it's 2 single coils wired together in series as a humbucker. The same as my Squire Bullet. And I've done it a few times in bucky casters and stuff like that. So hence, there you go, mystery solved. That's why it's a 604, because it's got 4 single coil pickups. Easy. That probably means, I would say that when you've got this split down to be like, you know, 3 single coil Strat type layout, it will sound more like a single coil pickup than a split humbucker. And the other way around as well, the humbucker probably doesn't sound quite as good as a full-on humbucker. It's slightly different, a bit more powerful, because it's 2 separate magnets and stuff like that. But all interesting. Yeah, so I mean, when you start getting up to the high-end Yamahas, I mean, this has got Sperzo tuners on it, which I believe are, I think they might be original. I don't know if someone might have updated it, locking tuners. I'm saying they might be original because they're kind of that brushed aluminium rather than being shiny, and so is the Wilkinson bridge, which I've got set floating. The bridge actually, it's kind of like the RGXA2 I've got. It's a hardtail, but the saddles are kind of similar. Performance-wise, it reminds me of what's on my wee Ibanez Roadstar, where you've got like somewhere between a Strat bridge and a Floyd Rose. It's not a Floyd Rose. There's no locking bit up here or locking bit down here. But it's on the 2 posts, so it just returns to pitch better than a Strat type drum does, just inherent in the design. And a 5-way switch, a volume and a tone, as I said, that's got a push-pull. Yeah, so try out all 4 single coils. Well, you can't try out all 4 single coils. But here's the humbucker. As a humbucker, and there it is as a single coil. Just in 2. He's got that brrr. It's not easy to do that with a Strat trim. Middle pickup, never use it. 4. So I've got this set up like a Formula 1 car. I think I might actually raise the action up a little bit. I've got it down at like, set up like an Ibanez RG. Just because it's like when you get a guitar that's of a sufficient quality, you can do that. It just makes it a little bit, you have to be a bit gentler with it. Because obviously the lower the action, the less the string has to vibrate, so the more in control you have to be to make it work properly. But the fact it can go down to this, I mean, this is currently sitting at just shy of a millimeter, 3/4 of a millimeter action, which is just pure ridiculous. Okay, I've got it at 1.25 now. I've got it down at 3/4 of a mil under the high E string. That's damn low. That's practically painted on. The fact that the notes still sound. Yeah. But a wee. So the neck on it's quite a flat radius. I'm going to guess it's a 9.5 or a 10. It's Strat scale, basically a super Strat sort of, isn't it? Neck's quite thin, small. It's a small Strat neck, but not entirely alien feeling Strat neck. Very much, I hate to say it, it's very much a wedding band guitar, isn't it, really? If you're, or a session player's guitar, just can kind of cover everything, especially since it's got the humbucker in it. I'm going to put some bass down. This thing's not going to be in tune, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'll have a wee jam it. I'd imagine is going to need some tuning. Nope. Oh, sorry, wee red bass, I doubted you. Arsenal. That gets some distortion on. has a single coil. Got a single coil on the bridge so I can use my Super Delamo fuzz pedal. tube screamer on there for the last bit. But a very grown-up guitar, so it is. Really, it's difficult to find faults in it, really. Yeah, the thing, again, it's got a little bit of a stigma because it's a Yamaha Pacifica. They always made expensive ones, though. I don't even know if you class this as an expensive one. You do get, like, Pacifica thousands and 1500s and 1200s, which are your Japanese made and thousands of pounds. But the principles are all there. No, it's lovely though. It's just like the quality level, everything is just great. I mean, could I have told you this wasn't a Japanese guitar? Just by playing it, possibly not. It feels Yamaha. But most of the time I get Yamahas and it's the cheaper ones. The ERGs, which are awesome guitars, as so are the Pacifica 012s, 112s and 312s are all excellent as well. This being a 600 one is higher up, that's why it's got the bridge and it's got the tuners, and I do find it quite interesting that I'd never seen anyone do the 4 single coils before, like the doubling up to make a, so basically this is just 2 opposite wound pickups back to back wired in series, which gives you a humbucker but not a normal humbucker. So hence why 604. Learn something new every day, or I do anyway. I don't always learn something useful information, but there we go. So now just go back to my Yamaha SE 150 and try and work out why it said it had 5 humbuckers, because it didn't have 5 humbuckers that were wired as one humbucker for sure. That was a wee bit older though. That was what, in the 80s. Maybe they hadn't quite nailed onto their, you know, putting the model range first and then it being how many single coils and how many humbuckers. Because I've got a Yamaha AEX 520 and it's 2 mini humbuckers and it's about £500, so £500, 2 mini humbuckers, 0 single coils, 520. Perfect. Rocking. So David, your guitar is ready and it's playing lovely. Rock on!